Greetings everyone. Today we're going to be creating an Arnold Schwarzenegger soundboard app for iOS, which is guaranteed to annoy your friends and family. I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick demonstration of the finished product.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
It's not a tumor.
Who is your daddy, and what does he do?
Hello, cutie pie.
Good morning.
Now before you dive into this project, you're going to want to be somewhat familiar with Swift. If you find yourself lost, I'm going to go ahead and link a few videos in the description, or you could just leave a question in the comment section of this video and I'll try my best to answer it. So let's go ahead and create a new XCode project. Go ahead and quit that. Okay, this will be a single view application for iOS, and we'll just go ahead and call it Soundboard. Okay, so from here we'll go ahead and go into our main storyboard. And we'll just drag 4 buttons. I'm not going to worry too much about the placement, I just want to make sure that they're roughly in the center. Actually, why don't we make that 5 buttons since we do have 5 sounds. We'll just select all the buttons here. And we'll just put them in a stack, just embed in stack down here. And we'll set the spacing to our liking. Now just drag this further down. And then add the missing constraints. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into our view controller. We'll need to import the AV foundation. Okay. Now we'll set up our audio player. So we'll create a new variable and call that audio player. And set that to an instance of AV audio player. Now we'll need to drag in our sound files. Just go ahead and go into your Finder and then just drag them into the project. You're going to want to make sure that they're all MP3 or all WAV. Just make sure that they're all the same type. So we'll go ahead and check copy items if needed and create groups. So next we're going to create an array with the sound file names. Okay, so you're going to want to make sure to type the file names exactly as they appear. Okay. Now as long as we have the file names correct, we should avoid any errors. Now we'll need to create a variable to set a path to the audio files. This variable doesn't need a value right now, as we'll be passing it into a function. Therefore, we'll go ahead and set it as an optional string and set it as nil for now. So var audio path set to an optional string. Now we'll go ahead and create a function so that each button press points to the correct audio file. Let's go ahead and create a new function and call it setAudioPath. Inside the body of the function, we'll create a do-catch statement. So we'll call this setAudioPath. Okay. Now for the do portion, we'll go ahead and try audio player. And that's equal to AV audio player. Contents of URL. Dot init. File URL with path, and we'll point it to that optional that we created earlier. Now we'll need to unwrap that optional, so make sure to use the bang operator. Now for the catch portion, we'll just go ahead and print any errors to the console. So error.localize description. Now let's go ahead and create a function in order to play or restart the audio. I'll go ahead and call this function audio restart and create an if-else statement. So okay. Now if the audio player is playing, audio player dot current time is equal to 0, so this will start it right at the beginning, and then audio player dot play. Now for the else statement, audio player dot play. Okay, now for this portion you could also set it to stop, so it just stops the audio if it's already playing, but I just prefer to have it play. Okay, so it looks like I made a mistake here. I accidentally put these parentheses here, so let's go ahead and fix that. Okay, now we'll need to set up an audio session, so let's jump into the body of viewDidLoad and create a shared instance. So let audio session equal AV audio session dot shared instance. Okay. Now we'll need to create another do catch statement to catch any errors. For the do statement, just try audio session and set category to AV audio session category playback. And for catch, just print any errors. Now we're going to go ahead and program the functionality of our buttons. So go into your main storyboard, and we're going to go ahead and click on the assistant editor to bring up our view controller. Okay. So hold down Control and then drag your button into the view controller. We're going to set that to an action. Okay, and we'll call that button 1 press. Okay, with the IB action now created, let's go ahead and set the audio path variable. So we'll set audio path to bundle.main.path. For resource, this will be set to our sound file name array, and we'll set that to index 0 of type MP3, since we're using MP3 files here. Okay, and now we'll just go ahead and call our functions. So we'll go ahead and call our set audio path function, and then audio restart. So you'll just need to repeat this same process for each one of the button presses. So I'll go ahead and fast forward through that section. Now something to keep in mind here is with each button press, you're going to want to go in sequential order in the index on your array. So right now, since I copied and pasted from the first button, it's going to be set to index 0. However, on the second button, we'll set that to index 1. Okay, so for this next portion, we'll go ahead and change the name of these buttons to the sound file names. So make sure you have your attributes inspector open. Okay, and we'll go to our first button. Okay. So the first member of the array is questions, so we'll go ahead and set that to going to ask you questions. All right. And then just repeat this process for the next few buttons. So, who is your daddy? It's not a tumor. Okay. Hello, cutie pie. And good morning. Okay. So the last thing to do is just to run our app and make sure that it works. Okay.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately. Who is your daddy and what does he do?
It's not a tumor. Hello, cutie pie.
Good morning.
Hello, cutie pie.
Good morning.
Hello, cutie pie.
Okay, so it works. You're now free to bug the crap out of the people you know. Thanks so much for watching, and have fun coding.